Thank you very much indeed, Madam Deputy Speaker. And may I start by putting on record my appreciation for the British troops based in my constituency of Devizes for the work that they have done in training our allies in Ukraine on Salisbury Plain. But most of all, my appreciation for Ukraine, for her leadership, her army and her people. They have resisted Putin, they have fought back, and they are winning. So the question now is what next? And members might be familiar with the famous story in his memoir of Vladimir Putin as a young boy chasing a rat with a stick, which then he got into a corner and it turned on him and attacked. And Putin himself is now that rat, driven into a corner by the heroic Ukrainians. And the risk is that the rat now turns, that he does what he said he'd do, and launches a nuclear strike on Ukraine, on a NATO country, or even including the UK. And the lesson from the story of Putin and the rat is not that we don't corner him. There is no escape route for him that we can offer except his defeat and humiliation. The lesson we must learn is that we must be ready for the rat to turn. And I don't doubt Ukraine's determination to stand whatever happens, and I don't doubt the commitment of the British government, or indeed the wider alliance, to stand with the Ukrainians. My concern is with our own preparedness in the event of a nuclear strike, either in Europe or here, and I know ministers didn't like it when the chairman of the Defence Select Committee raised this point earlier, and I don't expect them to say anything other than that our defences and our doctrine in the event of a nuclear strike are entirely up to date and ready. My concern is with our wider resilience, not just in the event of a nuclear strike, but the wider economic and military pressures that we might be under. So I'm concerned to see that our conventional defences are as strong as possible. We have learnt the critical importance of men and armour in this war, and I'd like to see our army grow. We need to be concerned with our economic security and also our social resilience. And I echo the point made by my honourable friend, the member for Rutland and Melton earlier, when she talked about the need for a whole-of-state approach. There's talk of a new integrated review, and I would echo the calls for that, and I hope that it would include not just whole-of-state resilience, but the whole of society as well. Thank you.
Deputy Hughes.